Unmatched passion and timely luck have turned on the lights to an unbeaten start in their inaugural season. Tonight, Las Vegas Lights FC hosts the Sacramento Republic. It's coming up next. Cashman Field set to be rocking tonight as you look at the Las Vegas skyline. Las Vegas Lights FC hosting Sacramento Republic FC, a battle of unbeaten teams in the USL. Drew Felios alongside Devin Kerr. One of these unbeatens sure to go down tonight, and this should be a true slugfest.
Yeah, Las Vegas Lights have been the talk of the Western Conference and the USL in 2018 so far. Sacramento maybe not getting the notoriety that they should. Been a little bit wishy-washy in some of their performances, but coming out with results nonetheless. And the Las Vegas Lights FC look to continue their boy wonder ways of the Western Conference, if you will, and grab a very vital 3 points here this evening.
For Republic FC, Cameron Owasa has been the story so far in his second stint with the club. He's been sensational.
And the thing with Cam is he's not just a goal scorer. He's such a versatile player, and he's a great distributor, excellent vision, great soccer IQ, and you'll notice that the ball gets in and out of him all over the field and a very vital piece to this offense going forward.
Ricardo Ferrigno on the other side, the keeper. One thing is certain, Devin, he is always going to be entertaining.
Yeah, Viva Las Vegas Soccer. That's what Ricardo Ferrigno should stand for, and he's going to give you a boatload of dimensions, some of which are his antics, which can work for him and work against him. As long as he keeps them in check, he should be good. He's got a lot of history with El Chelis, all the way back to his days in the Playboy Youth Academy and Liga MX, so definitely a sight to watch.
First ever meeting between these two clubs. Certainly going to be entertaining. Las Vegas Lights FC taking on Republic FC. We've got the start from Sin City coming up next.
Allow us to introduce ourselves. We're your one-stop shop for shoes, clothing, handbags, and a whole lot more. Simply put, Zappos is you, and we're here for you 24/7. Whether you need the latest and greatest in footwear or a new piece of luggage, we'll always ship it fast and free. Add to that free returns and a 1-year return policy, and you'll be set for a worry-free shopping adventure. So let us help deliver happiness to your front door. Shop on Zappos.com today.
Guys, basketball's a way of life. A game that puts you to the test. Your teammates depend on you. And you got their back.
We got next. Finley Toyota's got your back. From purchasing your first car to servicing your existing one. We're the team that you want on your side. I'm just thinking about the catching the ball. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Governor Brian Sandoval. There's a lot of confusion lately about health insurance. Nevada HealthLink can help you shop for and enroll in a plan that fits your needs and your budget. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com to review your options and enroll.
Zappos, our vow is to wow. 365-day returns.
Metro PCS gives you fast, unlimited data so you can watch and share everything you love for less. All on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Switch now and get 4 lines for $100, period.
Getting set for what should be a thrilling night of soccer. Las Vegas Lights FC on the home pitch, taking on Sacramento Republic FC. This is the third home match in a row for Las Vegas Lights FC. And the Llamas making an early appearance. Is this club honoring the Golden Knights of Las Vegas right now, taking part in the NHL postseason. This Las Vegas sports market, Devin, is so hot right now.
And oozing with confidence as well. How about the Golden Knights getting their first win in double overtime in dramatic fashion for sure. So super cool. And jumping in the lineups, look, Sac Republic, they're listed here as a 4-3-3. It's going to shift into a 4-2-3-1 as well. Basically, you're going to have Adam Moffat and Jaime Villarreal sitting in the middle, trying to pull the strings, and they're going to hold those the dimension to help push them forward. And, you know, watch for Christian Eisel and Cameron Iwasa up top. Those two guys in combination. The back line, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Just keep an eye on Jeremy Hall, a makeshift center back, moving in from the middle of the field to help solidify the back four.
Meanwhile, the Las Vegas starting 11 brought to you by Zappos, presenting the Zappos Fan Tailgate, starting at 5:30 p.m. Before every match. You look at this lineup. What stands out to you? Freddie Adu up top certainly catches my eye.
Yeah, absolutely amazing that he's going to get his first start here for the Las Vegas Lights, and it's going to be in a home debut, so that's great. And keep an eye on number 9, Samuel Ochoa as well. Nice year last year, 27 appearances and 8 goals for Sacramento Republic, so maybe a little bit of bad blood in the water, go after the old club. And Huiki on the right back, Garduno in the middle, Marco on the left. Those guys are really going to have their work cut out for them tonight, because Sacramento Republic, from an offensive standpoint, is a firepower.
Cashman Field has been a distinctive home edge for Lights FC. And Las Vegas, a couple weeks ago, did not play their best match. In fact, safe to say they were outplayed by Swell Park, but still came away with the result 2-1 and needed a little bit of luck to do that. A team photo unlike any other for sure in the USL. Okay, time now for our Findlay Toyota keys to the game. Devin, let's rack them up here.
Yeah, Las Vegas, they have to maintain their shape. That's the biggest thing. In the first few matches, you talked about them kind of not really playing up to par. Their shape has been shifting, personnel changes all over. So whatever they do, wherever people are playing, if they go from the right to the left, this, that, and the other, they need to maintain their shape and stay consistent so that they can push forward and get a couple points here this evening. With Sacramento, the back four Blues, they are really hit hard with the injury bug. Mitchell Tainer is out, Elliot Horde, Josh Turnley, Nicole Sealer, all of those guys, groin injury, hamstring, and we talked about the makeshift center back of Jeremy Hall coming from the middle to the back line. So they've been struggling in the back, but don't let it turn into the Blues. Make sure you continue forward, be positive, and continue to progress. Even though they haven't had great results from a tactical standpoint, they've been able to put up numbers and make sure they've gotten points each and every week so far.
Findlay Toyota is an official partner of Las Vegas Lights FC, and it's time now for the UMC Health Report. UMC, the official hospital and emergency services provider for Las Vegas Lights. And players who did not dress: Kobayashi, Juan Jose Calderon, and Jorge Guillen Torres. A part of that, Isaac Diaz, lower body injury as well. As you look at Chalice, now the technical director for Las Vegas Lights FC. Isidro Sanchez wears the title of head coach, but make no mistake, Devin, this is still Chalice's team.
Yeah, the cool, calm, collected customer as the technical director, and how can you not be dressed like that? Solid suit, and you got to respect the all-black suede Pumas that he's got going on as he gets things going with our head referee this evening. And like El Chalice, he's a seasoned vet when it comes to it. He's been at many different levels in many different countries, and you know, most importantly is he's got to keep these guys consistent going forward. We talked about their shape, but look, you're going to get the chemistry, you're going to continue to get the camaraderie, and as long as everybody's gelling and you continuously make those steps. Look, for an expansion squad, 3 games into their season, I'm sure they're pretty happy with where they're at.
Sacramento Republic FC, 10 points so far on this young season. Last outing defeated Seattle Sounders, and that was a 1-0 count a week ago. 2017 Western Conference semifinalists. 8 players back from this Republic team. Lost a lot of guys, 20 total from a year ago. And Las Vegas, you know, the birth of this Las Vegas team, Brett Lashbrook, who pretty much runs things here in Sin City, has pretty much taken this franchise and said, we're going to use Sacramento Republic's model to build our franchise. It's worked so far.
You go for the ground up, and one thing, talking about the ground up and staying key to the local environment, is Lashbrook went so hard to say that at every point in time, they will have at least 1 local player on the roster, and that's really cool. It's a testament to what they want to do in this community environment, not just on a weekly basis, but on a year-round basis. They're going to build for the entire community, make sure they're pushing in jobs and more players, and for young kids aspiring to play at the high level, it's great that they can say, on the local level, we're willing to take a look at you.
Set to get underway here at Cashman Field. Las Vegas Lights FC 2-0-1 on this young season. And here we go. See the home pitch. Head referee tonight, Kevin Stott. Las Las Vegas Lights FC, 33rd team in the USL, unbeaten so far. It's only the 4th match with a 34-game schedule. Want to get off to a good start. Marcelo Alatorre in the back, the emotional leader, getting things rolling for Lights FC. Now attacking from the left, trying to get the cross in. And this looks like it is going to be a corner to start for Lights FC.
Something positive right out of the gate. It's exactly what they want out of Christian Torres. Likes to play that left back, left midfielder role. Tonight it's going to be more of a wing back and get up and down the pitch. And Marco's going to have his work cut out for him on the left side, kind of supplementing that. But to get out early on would be a great thing for the Lights.
Here's Carlos Alvarez, the in-swinger. Remember, he scored the only goal against Swope Park a couple weeks ago. He's got a goal and 2 assists so far this season. Goes a little bit low this time. The ball headed up, and a goal! Lights FC on the board in the 2nd minute as Joel Huiki sneaks one by.
Well, there's your captain. How about a phenomenal ball served to the front post and an excellent flick on. It's exactly what you want on a set piece in those situations. Well, Huiki times his run. You see the kind of the banana run to the back post. He goes to ground, a little diving header. Didn't get all of it, but he got enough. And the Lights are on the board, up and running 1-0 in the opening moments of this game.
The Mexican national team veteran, part of the USL Team of the Week this past week. Huiki has been sensational in 2018, and he and the Lights strike first. That ball was delivered perfectly by Alvarez, just over the head, Devin, of the Republic defender. You could not have placed it any better than that.
You're spot on, Drew, and that's something that they practice on the training ground for sure. You saw everything was timed to perfection. Had a nice bending ball to the near post. Huiki with the overlapping run, delayed to the back post, expecting that flick on, which is exactly what he got. Some questionable goalkeeping by Josh Cohen. Did such a good job for Phoenix last year, taking over for Karl Wazinski as he got hurt. Cohen's come over, and he's done very well for them so far, but untimely turnover there.
Near breakthrough chance, Owasa trying to get loose, and there is Ricardo Ferrinho, heard from for the first time tonight.
Cameron Owasa going to be very frustrated with himself. The Lights unnecessarily turned it over on the back line. Owasa had all the ground in front of him. He heard some footsteps and turned it over himself. Las Vegas able to escape on that one. Very lucky.
Devin, it is not uncommon for a baseball diamond to be a home pitch in the USL or really any other league. But you look at this particular pitch, if you have not played on it before, it could certainly trip you up like it did Owasa that time.
Frustration for sure, and like you said, you got to deal with it in Louisville and Reno and a lot of these makeshift pitches, but at the same point in time, the groundskeepers know exactly what they're doing, and you can see it's been rolled quite nicely, and when you watch the actual roll of the ball, it stays pretty true to nature, so that's not terrible. But as a forward, like you said, opening moments of the game, you go through warm-ups as well, you want to kind of get your bearings straight and make sure things are headed in the right direction. Fortunately for Cam Owasa, kind of backtracking there.
Cohen sends it out for Republic FC. First ever meeting between these two clubs. Republic FC, champions of the USL back in 2014. Miguel Angel Garduño able to send it back to Ferrinho. And Lights FC will play from the back. So Joel Huiki, 34 years old, the anchor of the defense, getting Las Vegas FC on the board. He is the team captain. He is the leader. And, you know, it's amazing when you watch Las Vegas Lights FC play, as you get a look at Chalice again. You put all the stats compared to the opposition so far this year, and safe to say, they have not come out on top. But the big plays, the pivotal plays, Devin, they have managed to make. It has really been amazing to watch.
Not only are they capitalizing on those pivotal plays, like you said, even though they've seceded possession and given up a million shots and all of that, the ball is bouncing the right way. I mean, look at the game last week. You talked about getting outplayed by Swope Park Rangers. You could almost even say they got played off the park. especially in the first half. The second half, they did a better job. They fought back into the game. They got the tying goal, and then Colton Storm, just no communication with his goalkeeper whatsoever, and a tiny little back pass coming off of a header ends up in the back of the net. And there's that lucky bounce we talked about, and they end up sneaking out of there with a 2-1 win. So even though they're not putting together a perfect performance, they're still getting the points.
There you see Freddie Adu. He just had his first touch for Las Vegas. Alexander Mendoza, also number 14. Adu, imagine what he must be thinking here tonight in his debut for Lights FC. Ball is kept alive by Republic, and the back line reacting well for Lights FC. Well, Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportsamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Well, if you were late turning on your TV or device, iPad or phone or what have you tonight, you already missed the first goal. Wiki, the captain for Las Vegas, getting his team on the scoreboard. This ball sent almost to the 18. Mendoza plays it forward, and Cohen will pick it up.
This is something that Las Vegas hasn't dealt with a boatload so far. They haven't really been out in front and dealt with the lead, so we've seen them play from behind, and we've seen them play with knotted up at 1s and 0s. Now it'll be interesting to see, having the lead, especially so early on in a match, tactically what they're going to do, how they're going to respond. Nice for them that they're at home, but there's still a lot of work left to do.
Sacramento involved in a very emotional match a week ago, several red cards. Meanwhile, Las Vegas had a bye. Devin, how much do you think that plays into tonight? And also, given the fact that Las Vegas on their home pitch.
It's massive for sure. It's going to take a boatload of emotion out of you, and they're going to push it down. And, you know, look, Tainer got red carded in the 19th minute versus S2, and so the back line was already pulled away. And then I like to say they were kind of gifted a double yellow, as Rodriguez got picked up yellows in the 32nd and 44th minute. So they were playing behind, and then all of a sudden they were knotted up in 10. And as you and I discussed, a third red card coming in around the 65th minute mark, then to Ulisi. And so they were able to get a PK, and Adam Moffat, dealt with the injury bug last year, stepped up and was able to stick it home to get them a 1-0 victory. But again, very difficult with them so far.
Set piece now, coming up first one for Kevin Alleman and Republic FC. This ball sent in and cleared very quickly. Republic attacking once more from the far side. Ball tapped out, and that goal, I got to mention, by Joel Huiki. That is the second goal that Las Vegas has scored this season in the second minute. Remember, Matthew Thomas also had a big one, the first in franchise history.
He scored 70 seconds into that match.
Lights goals are sponsored by Plaza Hotel and Casino in downtown Las Vegas. Plaza Hotel and Casino. Old Vegas. Be sure and pay it a visit. Here's Justin Schmidt now, former University of Washington star, also starred for Real Salt Lake. Attacking, trying to get a cross in, and it's going to be sent out. The corner kick coming up now for Republic FC. Keep an eye on the pink uniform, Ricardo Ferrigno, as the crowd will feed off him all night long. Here's Bajev, the Bulgarian, trying to get one in. And contact as the whistle is blown. Looks like taking one in the mouth was Marco Jaime.
Las Vegas has definitely rattled Sac Republic in the opening 10 minutes here. We talked about spacing was key for the Lights. Spacing has been all over the map for Sacramento. They really seem to struggle with this field and with the atmosphere. Such an amazing environment here, eclectic and exciting to say the least. Difficult as a visitor, going down 1-0 in opening 10 minutes.
Drew Felios, Devin Kerr with you tonight. As this ball going to be set way wide by Lights FC. Here you take a look at Simon Elliott, head coach for the Sacramento Republic. Simon doing a tremendous job with this organization, unbeaten so far in 2018. And this team just simply knows how to win. Not the most explosive, not the most defensive. They just seem to find a way. Even though the characters change, the coaching, the system is well in place. Here comes the cross, the header set up. And that one is just a little bit high. Ferrigno was on guard.
And that goes back to what you were kind of saying at the top of the broadcast, Drew, how Las Vegas almost wants to model their club and their environment after Sacramento Republic. You get guys like Simon Elliott, who's been with the club since 2015, and like he's been a DA coach. He was actually the defense DA Western Conference Coach of the Year for the U15s and 16s a year ago. But he's the head coach for the U15, 16, and 17 squads. He's also the head scout for Chivas, so a man of many hats that's able to kind of reverberate that thought process throughout the entire club, and everybody buys into it.
Oh, nice piece that time. Ochoa had a great idea with Josh Cohen in position. Well, I had a chance to call that game a couple weeks ago, Devin, that Swope Park match that Las Vegas was able to pull out. They started so slow in that 90 minutes. The start tonight, night and day from what I saw a couple weeks ago. So clearly the adjustments Coach Sanchez and Chalice have made have been evident.
That's exactly what Isidro wants from his troops. And when we were chatting with him midweek, we brought up the question to him that, are you frustrated that your team has given up so many opportunities and kind of seceded possession so many different times? And his answer was quite bluntly, no, we're going to do what we want to do, and we're going to play the way we want to play. Tactics this, tactics that. I'm going to move players around, and we're going to play Vegas-style football, and they've done that so far. And like you said, at the end of the day, the only stat that matters is that scoreboard.
Player down for Republic FC. And it's Kevin Ailman.
There's their attacking midfielder. All ping-ponging around a little bit, and catches a nasty little elbow from Carlos Alvarez. No malintent in that challenge, but just coming back across the middle. Gets a knock to the back of the head, and their attacking midfielder is going to make sure he wants to get his stuff back together. Likes to bounce around from the left to the right, in the middle, all over the pitch.
Well, inaugural season Lights tickets include a team jersey. Details at lightsfc.com/tickets. Las Vegas on the scoreboard first. The pregame included llamas. It included, of course, our favorite mascot so far, Cash the Soccer Rocker. We'll talk about him more in the next few hours. And also, Las Vegas Lights FC paying tribute to the Golden Knights, what they have done this year in the NHL. Devin, let me tell you, I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, had a chance to watch them a few times this year, and I saw Las Vegas come in to Tampa and put it on the Lightning. For a team in their first year to do what they have done, simply remarkable. And keep in mind, an NFL team is on the way as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. The city's really starting to ooze with confidence and explode. And a good buddy of mine as well, who's actually from Vegas, and he told me if I'm ever in Vegas, one of the best things to do is to go to a Las Vegas hockey game, because it's absolutely amazing. The atmosphere is electric, and it's super fun. Just a social event, to say the least.
So far, this USL franchise has been a smashing success. 16th minute. Lights FC sent it upfield. Republic trying to build some sort of pace here in the first half. And now Sacramento can move forward. Cameron Owasa. Oh, just has it taken away. Won't give up on the possession. Now from the far left again. Las Vegas Lights FC just being very pesky defensively right now.
A solid tackle in the middle by Juan Carlos Garcia's Cabecia, as the boys like to call him. Just a good job stepping up into the space and recognizing the attack that was coming from Sacramento Republic. That's what Isidro's going to want to see out of his boys in the middle.
Throwing now for Justin Schmidt. Schmidt tosses it inside the box. Great throw. Sets up a blast, but came up empty that time. That was a good opportunity. Had one inside the 18. If he could have gotten a piece, that could have been the first goal.
It looked like Christian Torres stepping in there, maybe getting a little foot on it. They had an open strike on goal that was available.
Adam Moffett. Moffett had the lone goal last week in that match against Seattle.
Another interesting one, the Scottish native. He's kind of bounced around in the USL and MLS and this, that, and the other, but coming into last week's game, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me, RGV, his first 90 minutes in almost a year dealing with a boatload of injuries that have plagued him, especially in the groin area. It's nice to see him back on the pitch.
This one sent high. Sacramento playing it. Bajev lets it rip. At the wall of defenders. There to knock it back. Alatorre can't collect. And here's Justin Schmidt. Jamie Villarreal, former LA Galaxy member, gets this run going. And again, over the past few minutes, Lights FC very much on the defensive.
And you're going to see that. You're going to see lapses in the matches time to time. Things are going to be up and down, but their ability to maintain those spurts and keep their composure is what's been able to get them for their first 3 matches.
Alatorre, good trajectory that time. This is going to be sent out in a corner kick coming up for Las Vegas.
It's also the first time right there that we've really seen any action out of Freddie Adu going forward. An interesting lift, does a good job stepping back into space and making a nice turn. Freddie Adu, it's interesting, we've heard his name for so long, all the way back into the mid-2000s, but he's still only 28 years old, so a lot going on for that young man.
Well, signed about 4 weeks ago. Remember, he played for the U.S. men's national team at age 16. Signed with DC United at age 14. What a history he has had. Alvarez with the blast. This one's going to sail way high.
There's another one they pulled out of that little black book of theirs, very similar to the first opportunity they had on the corner. Freddie Adu looking for Carlos Alvarez in the middle of the field and just pings it right across. Unfortunately, Alvarez's first touch wasn't as good as he'd like it to be. It'll take a second one to recover, but I like the ingenuity that they're showing in the dead ball situations.
They touch on Freddie Adu and what he has meant to this Las Vegas team. Obviously, the name appeal that he brings to a franchise in their first year, but I guarantee you also, he has got stories, he has got lessons for his teammates, especially his young teammates trying to make it.
You're spot on there, and talking about that with the conference call here in midweek, they talked about the guys that have the capability of kind of showing the younger ones the ropes. Excellent job stepping up there.
Marco Alatorre leading this run, got some numbers, sends it to his right, Ochoa. And a corner coming up, Samuel Ochoa, 31-year-old trying to square it up.
Very well done by Alatorre as he stepped up into the space, and that's what the Lights want going forward. And going back to your initial comment, they just, they need to continue that on, and they need to capitalize with Freddie Adu and pick his brain and try and get as much information out of him as possible, not just from a tactical and professional standpoint, but personally, the ins and outs and ups and downs of professional football and what it does to you.
Carlos Alvarez, the outswinger here. And Sacramento Republic able to clear it. Oh, takedown. And we're going to have a whistle there. Clear contact in our first yellow of the evening.
Not really sure Alex Mendoza has much to argue about in that situation. Shannon Gomez, much like Alatorre a second ago, Shannon Gomez stepping up into the space and trying to pull a little counterattack. Does a good job getting behind Las Vegas's midfield as they push down with pace through the middle of the field, but Alex Mendoza laying chase and just took him down. Unfortunately, he's going to go into the book.
Alex Mendoza's got 2 goals this season. He has been instrumental in what the Lights have been able to accomplish. Usually comes off the bench, Devin, but tonight he is in the starting lineup. So interesting to see how that yellow factors into this match later on.
Keep an eye on him for holding possession and trying to make sure that the 3 in the back don't have to worry about a boatload of counterattacks. We've seen that a few times already.
Well, ESPN Plus is the new streaming home of the USL in the United States. Watch all the action throughout the 2018 regular season and USL Cup playoffs. Visit uslsoccer.com for more details. Isidro Sanchez, head coach of Las Vegas Lights FC, youngest head coach in American Pro Soccer, and Chelis, now the technical director, walking the sidelines for Lights FC. Alatorre attacks. Nice ball here. And that one deflected. Republic starting to settle in a little bit more after the rocky start. Alatorre. A little bit of space, tries to split the defenders, calling for a foul, and not going to get it. Alatorre keeps this one on the ground in the neighborhood of Adu. Cameron Owasa sends it all the way down the field, and Ferrigno will have a goal kick here in the 24th minute. A 1-0 lead, Las Vegas Lights FC, Sacramento Republic FC, Drew Felios and Devin Kerr. Battle of unbeatens here tonight, and a ball given away. Republic with a chance to strike. Owasa tries to touch this one through. Bajev. Justin Schmidt will send it back. Right now, Sacramento going backwards. I'm surprised, Devin, the pressure that Las Vegas has been able to apply in key moments. This one set down quickly, and Isel able to keep it off the carom. Moffitt with the blast. That'll be a throw it.
I think most people unexpectedly would agree with you, Drew, and Las Vegas Lights doing a good job of thwarting this very prolific attack of Sacramento Republic. Again, we talked about their performances not really being a full-fledged effort front to back, but still able to put goals in the back of the net and get 3 points here and there. Again, one of the other undefeateds in the Western Conference. They'll probably expect it at the beginning of the season.
See, Isidro Sanchez had a chance to talk to him earlier this week. How do you think he felt being thrust into that head coaching duty? Chelis, of course, overseeing him. And, you know, credit to Isidro. He is the USL Coach of the Month. Devin, that's a pretty good start.
Yeah, extremely impressive. And, you know, your names are up there with some greats in that category. And obviously he did a good job on the tactical side of things. And our Player of the Month, Carlton Belmar, 4 goals Good job coming out there for Swope Park Rangers, but they kept him at bay last week. No Haji Berry and Carlton Belmar just couldn't get it going. And I tell you, there's something in the water out here in Las Vegas that's got them headed in the right direction.
Marcelo Alatorre, veteran of Mexico's first and second divisions, and throw it in. This one thrown in. Republic trying to collect it, and they do. Kevin Elman again, Costa Rican born, residing in Canada now. And now it's Owasa. Far corner. And deflected out of bounds.
And Las Vegas needs to be careful. You can see the momentum tactically shifting a little bit deeper into their final third. They've been on the defensive a lot more in the past 5-6 minutes. Sacramento continues to carry a little bit more possession, creep back into this game. Las Vegas needs to carry that shape that we talked about. They did a good job in the opening 20, starting to falter here a little bit. I'd like to continue that momentum into halftime and beyond.
There's Bajev, marking him tightly as Jaime. Taken down, contact immediately. Mendoza went right to the ground. Remember, Mendoza does have the yellow.
It's something to keep an eye on. Steps in frustration by the left midfielder. A difficult environment. It's been a rocky start for Sacramento, to say the least. And a lot of match left to play still. I'm sure things might be a little bit easier for them when they're attacking the far end of the field, not having to deal with the Las Vegas Lights or the Get Lit zone.
We talked about this Las Vegas Lights FC team in their inaugural year, keeping in mind the local flavor. They had 6 players from the Las Vegas area right now in uniform for the Lights. They have galvanized this community. And not only that, but the front office, Devin, taking it into their hands, sending out local area coaches packets, Las Vegas Lights FC scarves, tickets as well, to get the local community into it, local stars to become fans and come to these games.
And marketing campaign isn't even the right wording to use in that situation. It's kind of a mass media on a local scale, but not only are they making those efforts, but people are buying into them, and you see their attendance just continues to rise each and every week. You can see it in the backdrop there. All the stands are filled, and it doesn't hurt whatsoever that they're relevant in this Western Conference and stepping up and getting good results.
The crowd, they were boisterous in the opening minutes. They've settled a little bit over the past 25 or so, but routinely they expect 7,000-8,000 here at Cashman Field. They have really created an awesome home environment. This is Owasa. Leaky clearing. Well, from the pitch, hear exclusive stories directly from the USL's players in USLsoccer.com's From the Pitch, with written and video content, providing unfiltered access and a first-person look into the professional game and players' everyday lives. What a start this league is off to, Devin, in 2018, setting records in attendance. The new clubs playing great soccer as well. Fresno, Las Vegas Lights as well. It's been a great year.
It's been interesting. Some teams that we thought were going to be great, Orange County Energy, Oklahoma City, OKC coming out and just can't really put one foot in front of another. They've fallen behind in a boatload of games, had a thrashing from Phoenix. And on the other hand, Orange County Soccer Club coming out, and Braden Cloutier has them headed in the right direction. A good job this evening as they came out and smoked San Antonio FC, another team that's been kind of rocky, took them down 3-0. Ennevoltsen got another goal, so He's getting up on the board again. I'm sure a lot of people are going to make his name for case of player of the month for the month of April.
And you've got teams like Louisville City, FC Cincinnati as well, making up the Midwest portion.
And how about the Rowdies today going up to New York and
shocker.
Faltering performance, to say the least, going down 5-0. Red Bull Arena.
Yeah, the Rowdies defeated Ottawa last week by a 5-0 count, and they were as high as can be heading into New York this week, hoping to get the result, and on the wrong end of a 5-0 drubbing.
Yeah, that's going from cloud nine, getting a taste of their own medicine, being brought back down to earth. But tell you what, Stuart Campbell has got those guys on their P's and Q's. I'm sure he'll get them right back on track next weekend.
Now, Rowdies have a date with Real next weekend at Al Link Stadium in St. Pete, and that is certainly, I guess, the motto of this league. There is great parity right now. I mean, clearly there are some teams trying to get up to speed, but across the board, you cannot get comfortable no matter what name is on the front of your jersey.
And that's exactly what you want. You want a solid product week in and week out from each and every team. No weeks off, and even when you have a short one, you always want to be looking over your shoulder. At least from a total package standpoint, it makes it a lot more exciting and gives everybody an added excuse, if you will, to stay in touch with the league.
Both teams now kind of going back and forth, not much flow over the last few minutes. Republic trying to string something together here. And it has been a while since Lights FC have had a good chance on goal. Schmidt tries to send this one in. It's headed out. Sacramento coming right back, though. Trying to sneak a pass through. Ferrigno comes up to play it beautifully.
And there's the patented finger wave. Ricardo Ferrigno, that's a phenomenal save, by the way. Excellent ball in behind the back line, coming from the middle of the field. Sacramento Republic regaining some of their shape over the past 5-6 minutes. Moving the ball around the park very nicely, and just a good ball played in. Super smart IQ by Ricardo Ferrigno to step up into the space and go to ground in that situation.
I will never forget, Devin had a chance to do the first exhibition for Las Vegas Lights FC as they took on Montreal, an MLS club, of course. Ricardo Ferrigno put on a demonstration for the ages in the first half, and the second half got too cute. They want him to be aggressive, but they don't want him to be reckless.
Yeah, they don't mind the Mutombo finger wave, but at the same point in time, they don't want him doing push-ups off the ground, finger waving at people. And you know, he's got a couple questionable movements coming out of his box and using his head and this, that, and the other. But we talked about the antics, and it's an expression of his personality. As long as they can keep it intact, if you will, and keep it under wraps. They don't want him to go too far, because those same expressions that he puts out that puts them in a positive position can also push them into a negative position if he goes a little bit too far.
Well, let's take a closer look at Ricardo Ferrigno and some of his better and sometimes testier moments this year. The finger wave has become a signature, and just the way he feeds off the crowd and gets them rolling has brought the type of attitude that they want. And not just that, you know, when they unveiled their new mascot, Devin, Cash the Soccer Rocker, they had a raffle, a drawing, to see who would win a few rides on a Harley Davidson. Guess who won the raffle?
The big man in between the pipes, Ricardo. I love it. I like the story when we were chatting with the coaches midweek, that also kind of the talking about building team chemistry and the camaraderie these guys have and how much they enjoy. And one night they were doing a press release, and he disappeared for a few minutes, came down in full three-piece suit, headed in the right direction. So I'll tell you what, he's definitely got the personality to back this city up, and his play in the goal back there.
He certainly represents the personality of this Lights FC team. You see the players shaking up. Carlos Rodriguez involved in a collision just a few moments ago. Rodriguez was shelved most of last season with a broken ankle, so he has worked all offseason getting healthy, and good to see him up and running right now.
He's one of the ones that's stepping in. You know, Mitchell Tainer was back there. All those guys, 4 players right now that are most likely usually in the starting 11 are out for the defensive squad. And Mitchell Tainer, as we mentioned, suspended for that red card on Felix Chenkum. pretty late challenge. Definitely deserved a red card, unfortunately for him.
Lights FC now attacking from the right out. Alatorre tries to send one in. And a good idea that time. Well defended by the Republic.
And it gives you an idea exactly how much, or how little, I should say, Carlos Rodriguez has been utilized. This is his third year with Sacramento Republic, and this is only his 18th appearance. So you're averaging 6 over 3 years. And remember, we're only 4 games into this season, so that's not a lot of appearances for that young man.
Alvarez with Freddie Adu, and they're going to let Adu handle it. Adu will send it out, and here comes the cross in. Header attempt. Again, Las Vegas Lights FC. A good idea on the set piece, just couldn't execute. Alatorre now tries to keep the play alive.
How good is Wiki in the air, huh? Another great ball to the back post. The guy just floats any opportunity he gets to get up there.
Alvarez with good trajectory, and there's Cohen to rip it down. Another tie-up, and that's going to be Wiki. And Wiki's going to get a yellow here. So second yellow of the match. He joins Mendoza with discipline.
Well, that's what you expect out of Josh Cohen. Nice save, and then excellent distribution coming out of the back. Adam Moffat does a great little turn in the middle of the field, and Wiki's forced to take him down. They were counterattacking quite rapidly. Actually don't mind Wiki stepping up and taking that foul there. He gets around them. They've got numbers big time. They'd be in trouble.
So yellow assessed to Joel Wiki in the 37th minute. Well, we'd like to welcome those of you watching on MyLV TV here in Las Vegas, Cashman Field, the site. Drew Felios, Devin Kerr, and the Las Vegas Lights trying to remain unbeaten, taking on Sacramento Republic FC. Lights FC got a goal in the 2nd minute by Joel Wiki, the defensive specialist, and that is where we stand right now. Alatorre operating in traffic. Ball off his back. And Cohen there to collect it once more.
It's good pressure by Alatorre, forcing Josh Cohen to make a decision and then provide pressure in the back. It's been shaky a little bit in the opening first half. Josh Cohen has not a lot for him to write home about, but when he has been tested, it's been very questionable.
Had a lot of help from his teammates this season, Devin.
Again, it's difficult as a goalkeeper. You see the entire match, and you probably have the best viewpoint, and so you need to make sure your communication is there, but it's difficult to communicate with a different player every single match. Talk about the chemistry building for Las Vegas. Although they're shifting personnel, everybody's bought into that system, and I'm not saying that Sacramento Republic have not bought into Simon Elliott's, as that's pretty much been in place, but and it's difficult when you don't have repeat offenders on the field.
Good chance
starting
here
lineup
by Jev. Now Villarreal setting it out. Another long possession for Republic FC. And Lights FC just wins a good one-on-one there. So 40th minute, slowly approaching halftime. And so far in this first half, sort of what we've seen all season long by Lights FC. They're being outpossessed, and I believe even outshot as well, but still have a 1-0 edge.
They're up 1-0, and Sac Republic on the outside of the looking glass, looking in, if you will. 5 minutes left in this first half, so still some work to do. Try and maybe get a late tying goal, but credit to the Lights. They've been out in front, and they've still applied some pressure here and there. I'd like them to be a little bit more attacking minded, but it's difficult to do when Sac Republic is possessing so much of the ball.
They have owned possession since that first goal was scored. We look at Alatorre there. Marco Jaime to toss it in. And we'll place it on the ground for the Lights. So let's see what Carlos Alvarez can do, the midfielder. He had the equalizer against Swope Park a couple weeks ago. Alvarez wants Wiki. Freddie Adu muscling for position. And again, an opportunity the other way for Republic FC. Las Vegas has left some openings in the back door. Republic trying to take advantage of one. Villarreal sends it right. Nice pass there right into the middle of the field. And Carlos Alvarez able to get it back for Lights FC. Does Las Vegas have a good counter left in him here? Here's Ochoa. Oh, went far post. And it was just wide left. And Freddie Adu was in the neighborhood. He said, hey, I was open.
He's got that beautiful smile that we've all become accustomed to over the course of the years. That's what Ochoa can do. He can stretch the field at a moment's notice. Haven't called his name a lot. Freddie saying, hey, man, I'm here. I want to play too. Knock that ball across to me. Let me finish that for you. Not a bad effort from Ochoa, though.
Bajev, very active here in the first half. Very frustrated as well, as Lights FC have had him bottled up. Now the other way, it's Ochoa. Samuel Ochoa, MLS veteran. This one deflected out and across the touchline. Lights FC will throw it in.
I don't mind that ball from Ochoa. He waited a little bit too long. Had a better opportunity with more space in front of him. Good delivery, good service. Maybe knock out a little bit sooner, though.
Marcelo Alatorre now will throw it in. Nice long throw. And cleared by Republic. First half continues to wind down here, and we've got a whistle. Freddie Adu throws his arms in the air. He's been going at it with Shannon Gomez. Las Vegas now with an edge in shots, 6-5 over Sacramento. Here's Freddie Adu. Line drive. And that one with a couple of misdirections could have easily found its way and challenged Josh Cohen.
Another decent dead ball execution by the Lights. It's been a recurring comment that we've been able to bring up in the opening 45 minutes, but that's good. That's what you want to see out of this young squad.
Well, stoppage time is brought to you by La Bonita, with tickets on sale for every Lights game at all 6 locations. La Bonita, stoppage time, brought to you by La Bonita. Remember watching the Vancouver match that you had with Las Vegas. There's 2 minutes added to stoppage time. How emotional Chalise got on the sidelines. That's something that Isidro Sanchez says, yes, my father is as emotional as they come.
He's emotional, but he's calculated with it, and he's a visionary, and talked about their role between each other, both personally and professionally. And Isidro said, you know, he uses the emotion to kind of construct exactly what he wants to go on, and then we execute it for him. He's the visionary, and we put it into action. Just a lot of that here in the first half.
Nice run this time. Again, Sacramento inside the box. Ferrigno comes up just in time. Owasa could have made a play on it, but again, Ferrigno douses the Flames. Now Republic attacking. Oh, we're going to get a whistle here. With time winding down in the first half, Juan Carlos Garcia's feet got tied up.
The lights are going to be frustrated there, but Juan Carlos definitely took him down. It's going to give the visitors a pretty decent look at goal and a good opportunity right now. Now the question is Kevin Ellman going to step up and have a crack at goal? He's still about 25, 30 yards out from where he's standing. You let someone have a go with their left foot, you hit an in-swinger from Villarreal, let someone run up underneath it. You'd almost imagine their inability to test the goalkeeper for the most part so far, put something on net, maybe even get a rebound off of it.
Ailman and Villarreal on top of it for Sacramento. This ball sent in hard and deflected off the back of Lights FC, doing whatever it takes to take a 1-0 lead into halftime.
And the boys in gray lobbying, saying that took a nasty deflection off the arm of Carlos Alvarez in the wall. Good job by Las Vegas staying composed and organized here.
And that is going to do it. The first half in the books from Cashman Field here in Las Vegas. And the home team will take a 1-0 lead into the locker room. So Las Vegas, they played from behind a couple weeks ago, Devin. They played on top tonight, and Ferrigno has been brilliant up to this point.
Very good so far, and he's our star player to watch, and he's definitely lived up to the hype in the first half. They need to kind of reconvene in the locker room at halftime, have a few words of wisdom from their fab leader, get back to basics, what they were doing in the opening 20 minutes, make sure they stay on track. Sac Republic have to go back to the drawing board. They need to get themselves more composed. It's a rough environment to play in. You're going to be going the other direction now, so get back to your normal game plan in that 4-2-3-1 system. You'll have a lot more success in that manner.
So Ricardo Ferrigno having some words with the officials before he heads into the locker room. Right now his team on top 1-0. It was Howell Wiki getting things rolling for Las Vegas Lights FC in the second minute. The Electric Company alive and well, but it was that goal which really set this place abuzz and set the tone for the evening. And a little defense from Ricardo Ferrigno to go with it. Lights FC leads 1-0.
What is Zappos? Allow us to introduce ourselves. We're your one-stop shop for shoes, clothing, handbags, and a whole lot more. Simply put, Zappos is you, and we're here for you 24/7. Whether you need the latest and greatest in footwear or a new piece of luggage, we'll always ship it fast and free. Add to that free returns and a 1-year return policy, and you'll be set for a worry-free shopping adventure. So let us help deliver happiness to your front door. Shop on Zappos.com today.
Hello, I'm Governor Brian Sandoval. There's a lot of confusion lately about health insurance. Nevada HealthLink can help you shop for and enroll in a plan that fits your needs and your budget. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com to review your options and enroll.
Metro PCS gives you fast unlimited data so you can watch and share everything you love for less. all on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Switch now and get 4 lines for $100 period.
Guys, basketball's a way of life. A game that puts you to the test. The teammates depend on you. And you got their back.
We got next. Vinny Toyota's got your back. From purchasing your first car to servicing your existing one. We're the team that you want on your side. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the catching the ball. Yeah.
Been injured. Turn to someone you can trust. Enough said. Call Ed.
A work injury affects more than just you. It affects your family, too. If you're hurt, call me.
1-0 your score, Las Vegas Lights FC on top of Sacramento Republic FC. With Devin Kerr, I'm Drew Felios. And an exciting game we've seen thus far in the second minute. Quickie getting the home team on the board. There's the undefeateds. Las Vegas hoping to stay on that board by the end of the night. Sacramento in jeopardy of being wiped off it. And right now only 6 unbeatens in the entire USL. Those are the 3 in the Western Conference.
And some of those had some action today as we see the Rowdies sitting there in the power rankings, number 3. We talked about them going down to New York Red Bulls 2, 5-0. Absolutely astounding. A big matchup tomorrow as well. It's FC Cincinnati, you see them sitting at number 6. They're taking on Bethlehem Steel FC. Phoenix Rising was able to get a win versus Lostos midweek, 1-0. Come out of there, and the Independents sitting at number 9 went down. North Carolina FC getting their first victory. And they're 3 points moving up on the chart, trying to get themselves involved in the power rankings. So a lot going on in the USL this week.
So we'll stand by now for a special feature. USL Commissioner Jake Edwards, his interview up close.
Hi, we're being joined today by Jake Edwards, president of the USL. Just getting ready to kick off an exciting 2018 season. Jake, thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
So, Jake, the expansion this year has brought a large group of new owners to the USL to complement this already very strong base of ownership that we've seen that's really led to the success of the league. Talk about the USL ownership group and what these new folks are bringing.
Many of our owners, I'd say the vast majority of our owners now, have owned and operated sports organizations in multiple different leagues. They bring with them a real understanding of the economics of sport, what's required in terms of an investment level in the facilities, in the community, in all the different programs that our teams run. So for me, it's a privilege to get to work with all of these very experienced businessmen and women on a daily basis, and I'm just constantly thrilled by the commitment and investment they have into their local communities and ultimately into our sport. The new owners that are joining our league now are coming in every year with bigger ambitions. For us, we continue to drive value from a business point of view. The model continues to attract more and more sophisticated owners into the league, and that's something that we believe will have such a positive impact on the future of this league and the new initiatives that we want to embark upon.
Last year we surpassed 2 million in attendance. Talk about what your expectations are for this season and in terms of attendance at live games and just overall awareness of the league.
Yeah, our fans are the lifeblood of this league, as they are for every league. We've seen the support for our clubs grow exponentially. We're already significantly ahead of where we were this time last year on average per club for season tickets. I think it speaks to the excitement. It speaks to what's happening in the local communities. It speaks to the all of the things we're trying to do, building new stadiums, creating more exciting, authentic environments, attracting better players, having a more competitive and compelling league. I think it's, at least for the league office here, a substantial investment in content production and infrastructure around the broadcast, around the digital and social. And so we take great pride in growing that area of the business and engaging with the fans from a team point of view and a league point of view.
Well, it's time now for the USL Team of the Week. How about Leo Fernandez and his performance so far for the Tampa Bay Rowdies? Can't forget about Villarreal and what he has done for Republic FC. Sparrow has been fabulous. Williams and Craig as well for Louisville.
Paco Craig making his second appearance on USL Team of the Week. Done a great job for the boys in purple, and they got another big win today in extra time. Coach Davis IV stepping in, able to secure that win versus the Richmond Kickers and Martin Del Campo in the back. You had to slip in that Fernandez reference. I appreciate that, you in Tampa Bay. And as you mentioned, Connor Sparrow had the opportunity to call the game last week versus Phoenix Rising, and he has done a great job in the back for the Monarchs so far.
And Mr. Brett, the player of the week from Riverhounds SC. Congratulations to him. Okay, news and notes from around the league. Mentioned 6 teams left unbeaten from around the USL. USL also partnering with ESPN Plus. Also, keep an eye on nationally televised games, ESPN News and ESPNU coming up later this summer. An additional 14 games to stream on ESPN3. And the player of the month, Carlton Belmar. No surprise what he has done for Swope Park.
Deservedly so, excuse me. 4 goals, 2 assists, just came out, shot out like a bottle rocket. Did such a great job for Swope Park Rangers. We mentioned him at the top of the broadcast, coming to Vegas and not being able to get the job done. And then where there were 6, you see the 6 teams left unbeaten. A few of those were on action here this evening. Pittsburgh staying unbeaten, though haven't won every single game. They've tied a few. Able to take down Ottawa Fury, got a 1-0 win, and we talked about Louisville taking down Richmond. Had to fight back in that one. They were down 1-0, but showing the resiliency, James O'Connor and his squad stepping back in, getting a 2-1 victory.
And the Las Vegas Lights FC still unbeaten in their inaugural season. One of the best stories in 2018. Will it stay that way after tonight? That's the big question. We're going to find out next.
Metro PCS gives you fast unlimited data so you can watch and share everything you love for less. All on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Switch now and get 4 lines for $100 period.
When sorry is not enough. Enough said. Call Ed. EdBernstein.com.
Metro PCS gives you fast unlimited data so you can watch and share everything you love for less. All on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Switch now and get 4 lines for $100 period.
Zappos are ballast to wow. 365-day returns.
Guys, basketball's a way of life. A game that puts you to the test. Your teammates depend on you. And you got their back.
We got next. Finley Toyota's got your back. From purchasing your first car to servicing your existing one. We're the team that you want on your side. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the catching the ball. Or what, yeah.
Been injured. Turn to someone you can trust. Enough said. Call Ed.
A work injury affects more than just you. It affects your family, too. If you're hurt, call me.
1-0 the score after the first 45. Lights FC, the lead over Sacramento Republic FC. Drew Felios alongside Devin Kerr on another soccer Saturday night here at Cashman Field. Let's take a look at the highlights through the first half of action. It did not take long for Lights FC to strike off the corner kick.
Well, we said that they had to maintain their composure and hold their shape, and much more shape-shifting you can do there. What a great set piece this was. Excellent ball played into the near post, solid flick on, and that overlapping run by O.L. Wiki. Just a good job getting to the back post. Not the prettiest of diving headers, but it'll work nonetheless. You see Josh Cohen trying to step over and make that save to the near post, but the Lights scored in the opening minutes, and they were off and running. That's exactly the start they were looking for.
That set piece executed just perfectly by Lights FC. Then a little bit of contact there, a red or yellow card issued rather to Alexander Mendoza. This game got a little physical as it went on, didn't it?
some professional fouls, some personal fouls, some vendettas, if you will. You know, Moffitt going to the book, Mendoza, Wiki, a lot of guys getting involved. It got a little bit choppy there in the middle of the first half, but Sacramento Republic started to settle down, and you could see the momentum start to shift. But some excellent goalkeeping by Ricardo Farino. We saw a few times, finger wave coming into play. Didn't want to take a little peek up there, but he did such a good job back there in between the pipes in the first half.
Farino, the crowd loving it with the noisemakers here at Cashman Field, and the big smile from the goalie, Ricardo Farino. He has been an attraction so far this season through 4 games at Cashman Field. So 1-0 is the count. Take a look at the numbers at the half. What main numbers stand out to you?
Well, obviously the possession, they're losing the possession battle again, but one thing, they've been a little bit more efficient with regard to their shots and shots on target. Now, you'd like that number to close. You'd like that gap to get smaller. Right now, they're at about 25%, but some games they've put up 15, 16, 17 shots and only put 1 or 2 on goal. So their ability to close that gap, put more things on frame. Again, even if it doesn't hit the back of the net, make the goalkeeper make a save, gives your guys an opportunity to get a second chance. It's only going to create more opportunities and more chances. When you play the likes of a Sacramento Republic and some other of these Western Conference squads, you're going to need them.
Lights FC only 1 goal on 19 shots in that Reno match. Right now, they have the edge. Will it stay that way? Fans sitting on the edge of their seats tonight. Each match here at Cashman Field offering history. There you take a look at the upcoming matches here in the inaugural season. San Antonio gets set to come here to Cashman Field, and then you got to head to Real, and then you're welcome to Roughnecks of Tulsa at Colorado Springs, and then the Monarchs again here at Cashman.
And that could be one of the most difficult 5-game stretches in the USL, yet alone in the Western Conference. They've been very fortunate in their first 3 games. They've had 2 at home and 3 out of 4 now with this match here this evening. But now you're going to have to go on the road to Colorado Springs, to Real Monarchs. You're going to have to play them twice in the span of about 20 days. So, look, the reigning Western Conference champions, regular season and best record in the USL, though they faltered to this very talented Sacramento squad and got stunned in the first round of the playoffs. That is a very, very good squad under the tutelage of Real Salt Lake. Obviously, the Monarchs are going to give them a run for their money, and don't sleep on Tulsa or Colorado Springs either. In San Antonio FC, though they haven't been able to get the job done, they've acquired the right pieces, and they've lost some in the offseason, but still a lot of talent nonetheless.
Now you have to wonder, as the season wears on for Lights FC, will there be a moment where they just start to break down? Remember, this is a team not very deep. They were just conducting 500-man tryouts a few months ago, players coming out trying to find pieces to put together to make up the inaugural team for this franchise. And when you're in your first year, everything is experimental. But Lights FC have shown no effects to that here in the 4th match.
Experimental for sure, but the other thing is you talked about the depth and just kind of going out into the community looking for the right players. They think they found some of those right players, but it's difficult when 4 of them that you found, referencing Isaac Diaz, Calderon, Kobayashi, and Guillen Torres, are sitting on the sidelines due to injury. You know, you're 4 games into your season. You don't want to have to deal with the injury bug this early, so you have to go back out and look for some extra pieces to add to the puzzle in case of situations like this.
And Devin, I say that this is a team in their inaugural year. Everything's experimental. But when you're a team in a franchise that knows who and what you want to be, and everybody buys in, that can certainly make success a lot easier, huh?
You're 100% correct, Drew, and that's the biggest thing is you always hear conversations of, oh, this is a system squad, or, you know, they're a little bit too emotional, or this, that, and the other. You've got everybody on one page, and they're all steering the ship in the right direction. There's not too many chefs in the kitchen. You've got one, and you're all going the right direction. That's the biggest thing that any squad has to deal with on a regular basis, and Las Vegas Lights have gotten that right early on so far.
Underway here in the 2nd frame. Lights FC trying to play it wide, and a goal kick coming up for Republic FC. Again, Sacramento controlled possession in the first 45. Lights FC taking a few chances. And yellow cards to Wiki and Mendoza after 1 half of play for Las Vegas. We'll keep an eye on those two. Kevin Ellman now 1-on-1. Trying to get inside the 18, able to split the defense. He gets through, had a clear path, but kicked it right up in the air. Here's one from straight on, and this one is off the post. A nice angle that time, just could not put it away. Adam Moffat had a great look.
Shocked that Adam Moffat isn't able to get off a strike here. As see the ball going from one side to the other. It's a good job by Sac Republic. As they move the ball, and Kevin getting involved, and drops right in front of him. Has a go. Good job by Miguel Garduño getting to the ground and throwing his body in the mixer. Ricardo Ferino would have been left out to dry in that situation. Almost certainly found the back of the net.
Now here come the lights. Freddie Adu starting the second half for Lights FC. There was a question, would his conditioning be able to hold up? So far, so good. Just saw that last sequence though, and how Republic were not able to register a goal. Devin, I have never seen a club get so many bounces their way to start their franchise as Lights FC have gotten, or any club for that matter, get that many favorable bounces. And the Lights right now have simply got it working. How long will it continue?
You never know, and funny enough, those bounces were also going the way of Sac Republic in their first few games, and not able to get good, solid performances for 90 minutes. A lot of squads struggle with that, but they don't end up getting the wins or the ties that Sac Republic has been able to do.
Down the field and tripped up. Contact there, and let's see. And we will. Official will come over, and a yellow card will be served.
That's Kevin Stott. Didn't like Ochoa. A bit of the diving, you think. Great ball in. Great ball by Marco. And you see Josh Cohen steps back off of it. Jeremy Hall saying that he dove right away. Very difficult from that angle to tell. You don't see a lot of contact. You have to wonder if Ochoa would have stayed on his feet. Would he been able to get around him and finish it off?
So Samuel Ochoa with the yellow. That's the third yellow been dealt to Las Vegas. So a little swing of emotions there for the home fans. They thought for a moment they were going to have a penalty kick. Instead, one of their stars gets teed up for yellow.
You and I looked mystified at each other for a second. We couldn't tell if referee was pointing to the spot or exactly what was going on. Broadcasting, you wait to see exactly what's going to come to fruition. Kevin Stott steps up and said, hey, you know what? You want to do that? You're going to get something the same color as my jersey.
You have to think with a play like that, Devin, is that the pivotal moment in this match that Sacramento needed? Something to kind of take the wind out of the sails of the home team.
Almost like a catalyst to promote them and push them forward. They struggled towards the opening part of the first half, got their bearings together a little bit, but since then have kind of been up and down. You expect them going against Las Vegas Lights in the second half here. They're going away from the home crowd, so it might make it a little bit easier. Difficult defensively.
Oh, how about that flick from Freddie Adu? A little bit of magic from the former United States men's national teamer.
Solid from Freddie Adu, and what you've seen out of him, he and Carlos Alvarez are interchanging in the middle. Freddie Adu was kind of isolated up top with Ochoa in the first half. We didn't see a lot or hear a lot from him. Let's kind of step back into the middle of the field, a little bit more interchangeable here.
Now some good pace from Sacramento. Nice cohesion. Adu comes over to break it up, trying to keep it in and get it across away from the touch line. Ailman right there. Let's take one more look at that Freddie Adu footwork.
This is what you come to expect out of him, the technical capability and the quick-footed work. It's ingenious for sure. Smart soccer IQ, eyes in the back of his head, and that's what the Lights want out of him. And there's your answer right there. Freddie not able to give it the full go. And you have to wonder why that change comes now. As Chalice is very happy with the performance from that young man. Again, still only 28 years old, but why do you make the change 5 minutes into the second half? I guess he just wanted to see how much he had left in the engine. Unfortunately, Freddie's done for the evening.
Alvin gets back to work. And now here's Isel, lets one high, and Ferrigno again rips it down. Lights FC trying to mount a run. Alatorre from the right side. Recently checked in. Matthew Thomas goes to the ground. So Thomas comes in for a due. Remember, Matthew Thomas scored the first goal in the franchise history of Las Vegas Lights FC. And Devin, I think altogether a successful night for Freddie Dew. Just getting back out here, competing like he did, a great step in the direction of his soccer career. Remember, all last season, he was not playing the game at all.
And for Freddie, those reps are exactly what he needs. And every time he steps back onto the pitch in a competitive manner, it's going to give him more and more confidence, which is exactly what Vegas is trying to get out of him. Look, they're both using each other for a step towards greatness. And unfortunately tonight, we only got to see him for around 50 minutes. But I can tell you, the next time he comes out, especially as a starter, we're going to see him a lot more.
Sacramento trying to get a pass through. Oh, nice run here, muscling his way by Jev, and perhaps was too worried about the contact and did not keep his eye on the ball that time.
See things starting to open up for Sac Republic. The spacing of Vegas, gotta stay compressed. A lot more space in the midfield for them to run a little bit more freely.
Ailman, good idea this time. Moffitt, track down Huiki right there with him. It's not always the prettiest brand of football here in Las Vegas, but they find a way to do just enough to throw the opposition off their game and then make the plays when they are absolutely necessary.
And that's one of the biggest things. You can see the 58-42. Sacramento, the spacing, it's a tight pitch. It's a choppy one. We talked about the atmosphere, the environment that you have to deal with here. No disrespect to Las Vegas, but Sacramento wants to make sure they don't play down, as you mentioned. Some of the plays, it's choppy, and when you get yourselves into those situations, you start going tit for tat. You forget exactly what your game plan was about. It's probably what you see right there from Simon Elliott, reminding his boys to stay focused.
How about Ferrigno fisting that one out? This one from straight on, just off to the right. That was from way deep, and Ferrigno was out of position. Lucky that time.
It's smart from Ferrigno on the first one to come and punch. Unfortunately, he punches it right down the center. The Sac Republic players just stepping up. Hard to see with the camera angle. Had a crack at that far post. Not a bad last-ditch effort from that far out.
Just about jumped out of your seat, Devin, when that last shot was released. As we've got more contact. And let's see, down on the ground, Carlos Rodriguez. He has already been down tonight, and Ochoa saying, no, not me. If Ochoa is assessed a yellow, he is done.
Keep an eye on this one here. This is going to be a difficult decision for Kevin Stott. Talked about one of those game-changing moments. Carlos Rodriguez went to ground very, very hard. As you can see, most of the players lobbying for him, coming in studs up. A nasty challenge. You're going to find out right here exactly what's going on. He's going to let him off the hook.
So no cards issued, and a big sigh of relief on the Vegas side.
It's very fortunate for Ochoa. Keep an eye on that, though. You can see Carlos Rodriguez gingerly walking on that foot of his, taking a nasty little spill. I don't think he's going to have much more leeway, Ochoa.
Ochoa, formerly of the Sacramento Republic FC. Another whistle, Matthew Thomas involved that time.
It's a dimension that Matt Thomas is going to bring to the game. Another local here in Las Vegas, actually a Real Salt Lake Youth Academy player.
Ball deflected. Ochoa can go to work here, Devin. Try to get the pass in, and Matthew Thomas running a little bit too far. Good counter opportunity here for Sacramento. They have got numbers. Here comes the shot, deflected, and Ferrigno gets a hand on it. A corner coming up.
That shows you the explosiveness that Sacramento Republic have. Approach the 57th minute. Spacing starting to open up more and more, giving them the opportunity to get into those counterattacks. Vegas needs to be real careful here.
Kevin Ellman, the in-swinger. This one low, tapped and in to the back of the net. Sacramento has equalized here in the 57th minute as Christian Eisel, the forward out of Orlando, Florida, able to score.
Well, it looks like that's going to be the theme here tonight. Set piece is a thing of the past, present, and future, affecting everything that's gone on in this match. Great ball played into the near post. Great finish to the back post. You can see Christian run over to the sidelines. Maybe asking the fans to calm down a little bit. Said, you know what, bring it. Sacramento Republic definitely up to the challenge. Another solid finish here this evening. There's a lot left to play between these two guys.
All tied at 1. And substitution as Portugal will come in for Lights FC. And he'll replace Juan Carlos Garcia.
And for Juan Carlos Garcia, I think his age got a little bit of the best of him there. Not being able to put in a full 90 minutes, the 32-year-old kind of struggling. Quebecia, and this match starts to open up, and some guys looking for a little extra gasoline in the tank.
Bicycle kick attempt. Oh, that one had some mustard on it. Just didn't have the angle that time. Playing from the corner is Torres. Torres had it taken away. Lights FC trying to regroup after the goal by Eisel. Christian Eisel, big moment for this Sacramento Republic team on the road, playing from behind, just getting that first goal. What kind of a confidence boost is that, Devin, to this team trying to stay unbeaten?
Well, the best word to describe this squad is resiliency, their ability to continuously come back in these hostile environments. And they showed us last week what they were capable of, dealing with everything and the ups and downs with the S2 game the week before. Down 2-0 to RGV, able to close that gap in the manner of about 10 minutes. So similar enough with San Antonio and Orange County as well. And resiliency just showing, coming on the road, coming in here, being able to get it done, climbing back into this match.
Well, your Southern Nevada nonprofit organization can get $5 back with every ticket purchased at lightsfc.com. Visit lightsfc.com/kickback for details. Kickback. Awesome feature here for Las Vegas Lights FC. Tickets hard to come by so far this year, averaging 7,000 to 8,000 per contest. And Devin, I've got to ask you, in this position now, if you are Las Vegas, tied at 1, 60th minute, do you try and be more aggressive here, or do you try and sort of say, you know what, let's protect what we have and let's try and stay unbeaten? What do you think?
Well, the protection part of it comes with aggressiveness. They almost go hand in hand. You know, the best that we saw Las Vegas was in the opening moments of the first half, and they were able to get a great goal off the set piece, and they showed the tenacity and the firepower that they had going forward. That gave them the capability on that set piece to get a good goal. Since then, they've backed off a little bit. Though the match has kind of waxed and waned, at any point in time that they've stepped off, you've seen Sacramento try and take advantage of that. So, you know, the immediate question is go forward and try and push, because that's going to put Sacramento on their heels.
Republic, all of a sudden, much more aggressive offensively. Bajev cannot collect that time, but his teammates do. Shannon Gomez, smooth operator, and the back line. Portugal. Julian Portugal, Palo Verde High School product. Locally here in Las Vegas. Also played at UNLV and with the Tulsa Roughnecks in his pro career. Matthew Thomas now turning it upfield. Thomas, a fan favorite, takes a shot, and that has got to be a yellow card.
Good stuff from Matt Thomas going forward, showing the grit and tenacity. Looking for a little spark here, the Las Vegas Lights are. Matt Thomas, the aggressive midfielder, he could be the one to give it to you. Just get another look at him as he comes down the field. I'll tell you, that touch gets a little bit away from him, but Justin Schmidt throwing his full force behind that tackle. And he's going to get a yellow card. Yeah, deservedly so.
Look at Ricardo Ferreño as he finally backs off for the Lights FC. If you ever seen that calling USL games.
I'll tell you, if I was one of the teammates on the pitch, I'd tell him to get his butt back there. Go do your job, buddy. I'm going to do mine. You go sit back there.
Here comes the set piece from the home team. It's on the ground and just wide left as Cohen was trying to move vertically.
Not too much for Josh Cohen in that situation. I also wonder, with the effort hit to the back post there, was struck well, hovering right above the carpet. He thought he was going to have a runner coming onto that ball. Unfortunately, no one else there.
All tied at 1 apiece here in Las Vegas. Cashman Field, Drew Felios, Devin Kerr. Lights FC with Alvarez and company on the attack. Alatorre, as the ball squirts out, Vegas will throw it in on the far side. Another festive environment here tonight. Fans lost a little bit of steam when that goal by Aselli. Registered for Republic FC, trying to get it back here. Trying to create the angle, more contact. And will stay with Lights FC. And luckily, Bajev was not rung up there.
Villian tried to make his case with the assistant referee, but
if you are Lights FC, Devin, this is where you want to get your home fans right behind you, not like on the other side where you got that left field wall.
And everybody at Cashman Field starting to run wild a little bit here. This is where Las Vegas has been most dangerous on these set pieces. They've been the benefactor of Carlos Alvarez and his great service as he motions to his troops to get involved. Trying to put everybody into place. Let's see what sort of clever tactics they have here.
Alvarez has had magic in his foot, tried to deliver it to Ochoa. I'll tell you what, Ochoa had good spacing around him, and he knows it.
Yeah, that one's going to get let off the hook there a little bit early. Another good one from the training ground, but that's a difficult ball to hit. He's stepping back into the lane, coming across his body with a boatload of power behind him. He's got a big frame to be able to whip that body around. Just a little bit too much pressure for him to get it on goal.
Quick whistle that time will put it on the ground and reset it for the Republic. Bajev has been having numerous conversations with our officials tonight, and he was the victim last week of several hard tackles. Always seems like when there's physical play, he is always somewhere in the mix.
Well, the speedster on the left side likes to get up and down that left flank, and was an integral piece last week, as you said, Drew, but S2 did a good job of kind of throwing him off his game, using their big bodies to knock him off the ball.
Both teams trying to gain possession. Sacramento eventually comes away with it. Owasa, the guy they want with it. Ball was loose inside the 18, and Republic can track it down with Bajev. Here's Ailman. Ailman sends it right. Owasa. Well, another good opportunity that time, and Owasa's been a guy tonight that's been a little bit of quiet on that right flank.
It's been classy from the California native, though. Some solid quality service from him, and Kim trying to get things going. As you can see, Simon L.A. going to his bench here, trying to move some pieces around.
Matt Jasic set to check in for Republic FC. And corner kick time for Republic. Two goals off set pieces tonight has been the story. Matt Jasic will come in off the bench for Republic. He'll replace Kevin Ailman.
Yeah, Kevin a little bit quiet here tonight. Another one who's been good for these guys, a goal and an assist on the season, but the Costa Rican native just really couldn't get it going. He's bounced around all over, couldn't really find his role. So he shifted all over the place, and Simon tends to do that. He'll move the guys around a lot, which can cause some frustration, but it's also nice to have those versatile pieces to be able to make those changes.
This one sent near the 6. And another night where the attendance is over 8,000 here at Cashman Stadium. Lights FC continuing to flex their muscle on their home field edge. 8,167 to be exact. Tapped out, Lights FC. Ochoa, very involved tonight, is number 9. Alvarez, Lights FC, put it in the hands of Cohen. Well, ESPN Plus is the new streaming home of the USL in the United States. Watch all the action throughout the 2018 regular season and USL Cup playoffs. Visit USLsoccer.com for more details. Big news this week, ESPN Plus launched on Thursday. Should be a phenomenal feature USL fans can use for years to come. With Devin Kerr, I'm Drew Felios. Hope you're enjoying it. Las Vegas Lights FC trying to stay unbeaten. This ball caromed right near the 6, and a close call again for Josh Cohen. Almost get the sense, Devin, that the first team to really make that critical mistake is going to lose tonight. Not necessarily the team that wins it, the team that loses it.
You can feel the tension for sure as things start going back and forth, and Alex Mendoza needs to be careful. Took Adam Moffat down a second ago. Alex Mendoza sitting on a yellow card for that challenge in the first half, and going back to the tension, Drew, you can see the shots in the second half not as prevalent. Going forward, the guys have kind of been a little bit more precise with their efforts. And again, it's Sacramento creeping their way back into this match. They've been prolific here in the second half.
Shot on the ground, Ferrigno there to easily pick it up. And this ball, a little bit loose. Cohen takes the gamble, and luckily for him, there's not another black jersey in the area, or else it would have been disaster.
Well, that's the communication we talked about from the back line. And
another whistle there. And let's see a tie up that time. Marco Jaime was right there.
I think Marco's very lucky to escape without a card in that situation. Christian Eisel thrown to the ground. And back to the communication a second ago, Josh Cohen, again, not having a regular 4 in front of him. You could sense it right there in that situation. Carlos Rodriguez almost expecting his goalkeeper to come out from the box and make that play. Took it a second or two for the reaction time to get going.
Villarreal now for Republic FC. Crowd alive and well here at Cashman. This ball, line drive. Knight's able to take care of it. Matthew Thomas, I really like watching Matthew Thomas play. Number 21, Palo Verde High School product, a homegrown star. He is one of those guys that tried out for this Lights team with 500 other guys, caught the attention of Chalice in tryouts. Chalice said, you know what, we should probably take a better look at this guy. And it was Matthew Thomas scoring the first goal in Vegas FC history.
A few of them from the local area were able to step up, 5 or 6, I believe, on the roster now. And again, super cool for the environment. And interestingly enough, tactically, you see Villian shifting from the left side of the pitch all the way over to the right as Chalice gives him a little pat on the back. That'll be an interesting combination with Shannon Gomez and what those two are capable of doing. Frustration by Christian Eisel starting to mount as Christian Torres getting involved there. The verbal sparring back and forth that's starting to take place. Emotions running high here at Cashman.
Well, it's only April, Devin, but this game has the feel of one that has very high stakes in October, doesn't it? Wiki kept off of it. And now Republic FC working upfield again. Right side of the pitch now. Bajev, the cross. Oh, right on point. Just was not handled. A couple lights were there to make it really difficult. Now Wiki tries to head it out. Gomez very effective recently. Bajev as well, starting to really have his way.
I tell you, Christian Eisel crashing on the front post as that great ball is played across. You could see him start to cramp a little bit. So here in the 73rd minute, attrition starting to come into play, which adds another variable into this situation. We talked about the tension, Drew. It just continues to mount. 17 minutes left.
This is certainly where conditioning comes into play. And the card issued to Torres.
And I tell you, this is definitely in Adam Moffat's wheelhouse. He's got a pretty solid left foot. Might expect him to step up and hit this from distance. Pings it with his right as well. You can see Villarreal over it too. See if they can pick out the near post.
This one taken, Ferrigno there to get his gloves on it. And a corner kick coming up for Republic FC. And remember, the goals tonight have come off corners.
Solid save from Ricardo Ferrigno, and the little dummy step over. Here's not the greatest angle we're going to see it from, but that bouncing ball is very difficult for a goalkeeper to handle. There's a much better look, and even though there's not a lot of power behind it, diving, swerving ball, so difficult for Ricardo, but he makes a great save.
There's Bajev now, the outswinger. Oh, another near blast. Carlos Rodriguez was in the neighborhood.
If I'm Simon Elliott, I'm going to have a word with Carlos Rodriguez. He's had 2 or 3 come his direction here tonight that he has not been able to get his head on. The spacing's right, the cross is great. You got to finish there, buddy.
.69 degrees right now in Las Vegas, but just looking at these players, they have laid it all on the line tonight. This one could very well come down to stamina here in the final minutes. Oh, ball gets away that time, and an opportunity for Lights FC to get in position. Chalice will lead the charge.
He's fired up. The always emotional Chalice. So you'd like to see some of that carry over to his squad. They've kind of been a little bit more lethargic here in the past 10-15 minutes. It's not what you want to see out of your boys.
Christian Torres, long throw-in. And should have another throw-in for Lights FC. Let's talk about Chalice and the passion that he has. He is certainly unlike any coach here in North America.
You can see the fire and the grit that he brings to this squad, and saying, if I'm going to throw my life online for you guys, I would appreciate the same.
Miguel Angel Garduño. He's been an eraser on the back line for Lights FC this season. Alvarez could not collect, and not many quality possessions here for the home team. Sacramento continuing to apply the pressure. This should be a shot. There it is. And there is Ferrigno one more time.
Oh, that's much better ball movement from Sac Republic. Matt Jessic stepped up and put a nice little cut in, played it off to Moffitt. He's got to do better from there. He's going to be disappointed with himself.
Lights now with a chance. Alvarez able to separate. Substitution time. Wilson Nishaw, the Englishman. He will replace the guy who scored the goal, Christian Iselli. Nishaw had some interesting words this week talking about how important this match was for Republic FC. Said, we are going into Cashman Field and we're expecting a fight. They have certainly gotten it here tonight, and it is still up for grabs. Justin Schmidt able to win the ball for Republic. Here comes the cross. Oh, this one again had a good chance. And ball was put in a pretty good spot, just couldn't elevate.
That's a substitute coming on, making his presence felt against Christian Torres physically almost immediately. You can see Ricardo Ferrigno pulling his gloves off, tying his shoes, getting things back in order for the final push in the last 12 minutes. A bit of frustration by Ricardo Ferrigno as he's going to get booked here by our head referee, Kevin Stott, as a little miscommunication between the two. Doesn't like the ball placement. Maybe doesn't like him wasting time. The referee said, you know, get it together, get it going. You would hate to see him booked again. It's the fifth guy to go into the book for Las Vegas here this evening, picking up a yellow card.
That is certainly one of those things, too, where you develop a reputation. Officials around the league start talking, and we want to talk about the next game. Friday, April 27th for Las Vegas Lights FC when San Antonio FC visits Cashman Field. The next home game, that is. Kickoff at 8 p.m. and the Zappos tailgate starts at 5:30. Visit lightsfc.com/tickets. Las Vegas working now inside the box, trying to get a shot off with the left foot. And it was Matthew Thomas who had whipped himself around and had a great look. Anwar Kanan. He is set to check in. Marco Jaime will come out. Marcelo Alatorre will come to the bench for Lights FC. He tosses it in. This ball kept alive in the air. Cohen reels it in. A critical 10 minutes in regulation remain. And then likely some extra time from here in Las Vegas. Ricardo Ferrino blasts this one downfield. Well, fans stick around after every Lights FC home game. Players sign autographs to give the shirts off their backs to the fans. It's our way of saying thank you to the fans every home night here at Cashman Field. Shirts to the fans, another brilliant idea for Las Vegas Lights FC. Right now, home team needs a goal. They want to get 3 points as opposed to 1. Baishev shot it on the ground. Good takeaway that time. Marco Jaime wins the ball for his team. Matthew Thomas, nice flick. Moffitt goes down hard. Remember, several yellow cards have been dished out tonight. And this could possibly be one more. There it is.
Adam Moffitt taking another little knock. See Marco Jaime step up, and you have to wonder if that card was given to Marco. Was it given to Garduño for dissent? Is he pointing at Garduño a second ago? I'm going to say it's Marco Jaime.
So another set piece coming up here in the 84th minute. Baishev trying to get it through. Off the rebound, the shot taken again. The wall of Lights able to send it back.
And with the ball bouncing back and forth, a couple of guys from Sac Republic just caught in the offside position. The referee's going to blow the whistle. 6 minutes left in this game. Get to see a little bit more out of Wilson Nishaw coming on in speedster from England. Gives you a little bit more versatility, stretches the field a little bit more than Christian did. Definitely got fresher legs.
Seen 7 total yellow cards tonight. Officials have been busy. Mendoza now touches to Garduño. Garduño will send it upfield, getting airborne. That's a good idea. Samuel Ochoa challenged that time. Do you get the sense, Devin, that Lights FC a little bit running out of gas here as we approach the finish line?
You can see them coming down the home stretch. They're slowly losing their grasp on things, and Sac Republic has yet to take advantage of that. Just holding on for dear life. These precious moments tick off the clock, and Chalice can sense it as well. Wants a little bit more urgency from his boys, and he hasn't gotten it. Hoping for a response here to try and close this game out.
Matthew Thomas involved again. Republic FC will throw this one in. Chalice continues to work that touchline. Carlos Alvarez collecting. And here's Ferrino. Lots of open space for Shannon Gomez to try and orchestrate a run here. Send this one down the far side. Flag goes up immediately. Well, as we usually do here in the 87th minute, it's time for our Laborers Local number 872, presenting the hardest working man of the match. And tonight's player is Joel Wiki, the defender for Las Vegas Lights FC.
He's got to love it when you get the recognition for the big boys in the back. Mexican national team player, well, Wiki doing a great job tonight getting that final opening goal to put his boys out in front. And he's a versatile defender, can be used on the right, in the middle, shift over the left here and there, but great in communication. He's really kept these guys organized in the back.
Nishaw now moves forward. Nishaw, Wiki. Oh, the ball goes in. Let's see, as this was blown dead well before. Republic FC bench livid right now. And let's see the call here. Devin, what'd you see?
You see it going to the linesman. They're looking for it. I think our head referee initially might have thought it was diving, but he looked to the linesman. He agreed that the man did go to the ground. Wilson Nishaw, some clever little footwork. As I just talked about, the composure of the back line of Las Vegas Lights. This is really close to being in the box or not. You're going to get another look right now. Again, Wilson Nishaw going one-on-one, little cut inside behind Wiki, and as he goes with the touch, oh, that's difficult. That's really hard to see if he got a touch there. It's definitely not in the box. You follow him a little bit further. I think that's soft at best. Sacramento might be getting away with one here. Hard for a referee. He's tracking back on the play. He's behind the man. It's difficult for the assistant on the sideline. But they're going to have to live with their decision right now. You almost suspect a little touch stop hit from Sacramento Republic to mess up the spacing for Ricardo Farino and the wall of Las Vegas Lights.
So it's Bychev now handling it. The Bulgarian from atop the 18. Farino in his stance up against the Lights FC wall. Struck one more time, and this is all Farino.
And that's just a poor effort from Adam. Adam Moffat's got to do better from there. You're not going to get opportunities like that on a regular basis at all, yet alone on the road with 2-3 minutes left in the match. Again, why not play a little touch to the side, let someone run onto it?
Alexander Mendoza goes down hard. So Lights FC has weathered the storm over the past few minutes. It looked like Sacramento Republic FC was on the brink of breaking through in this match. Christian Torres will hand this one off as we near stoppage time now here at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. And stoppage time is brought to you by La Bonita, with tickets on sale for every Lights game at all 6 locations. La Bonita. This one put with lots of air under it. Ball is alive, just outside the 6. Now Jaime. Las Vegas just simply not getting the looks that they want here in the second half. 3 minutes of stoppage time we're going to play.
Yeah, a little bit of kickball going back and forth, and that shows the guys are tired and just trying to get this game over with. But look, if you're Sac Republic, you still have an opportunity to get out of here and steal some points. You've got one so far. You've done a good job clawing your way back into this match, but Las Vegas holding on for dear life here in the closing moments.
So Isidro Sanchez, he and Chalise trying to give their team the last jolt of energy. It's been an exhausting night here on the home pitch. Sacramento Republic FC has kept this Las Vegas Lights team on their heels from the start. Lights FC did lead for most of the match after the goal in the 2nd minute by Joel Wiki. But it has been another vintage Lights match. They don't control possession, chasing most of it. but still very much in it on the scoreboard. Farino. Oh, ball nearly deflected ahead as Bajev was right next to him. Well, after every home game, join us at Plaza Hotel for the official post-game party at the Plaza, featuring your Las Vegas Lights. Show your game ticket tonight, and your first drink is free. Charlize animated as ever. On their side of the pitch, and a little bit more calm as Isidro Sanchez. Trying to be as positive as possible. Do the Lights have one more chance left in them? Alvarez to the right side of the field now. And a corner kick coming up. Nicely done.
Well, this could be it for Las Vegas. They've played the short game in the corner a few times here this evening. You would think they'd go a little bit more direct, as they've been so clever with their capability. Do they have any magic left in them?
Alvarez, this is a nice ball. A couple Lights got airborne, just couldn't get the angle and the head on it in the right spot. So final seconds now, and it looks like both of these teams are going to remain unbeaten. Josh Cohen will stall just a bit for Republic. Sacramento, do they have one last gasp effort? Matt Jasic going home on the other side. And that's going to do it. So 1-1, a draw here in Las Vegas. And a bit of a bizarre game. Lights FC led most of the way, as I just stated a few minutes ago. Hoa Wiki gets the lone goal, the defensive captain for Lights FC in the books. But it was not enough to hold off Sacramento Republic FC all night long, as Iselli made his presence felt. And Devin, at the end of it, both teams stay unbeaten.
Sacramento Republic showing you once again the quality in their character, coming on the road and in here in such a such a tough environment, to play in, dealing with the pitch and all the elements, the fans, everything, and they're able to withstand that and fight back into this game. In Las Vegas, I'll tell you what, the electricity over the course of the 90 minutes started to fade at Cashman Field, but once again, Las Vegas finds a way to keep the lights on.
So 1-1 after 90 and change here in Las Vegas. We'll be back to wrap things up. Take a look at some highlights and some final stats. The Electric Company, a little bit gassed. It was that kind of night. We'll wrap it all up when we come back.
Guys, basketball's a way of life. A game that puts you to the test. Your teammates depend on you. And you got their back.
We got next. Finley Toyota's got your back. From purchasing your first car to servicing your existing one. We're the team that you want on your side. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the catching the ball. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Governor Brian Sandoval. There's a lot of confusion lately about health insurance. Nevada HealthLink can help you shop for and enroll in a plan that fits your needs and your budget. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com to review your options and enroll.
Metro PCS gives you fast, unlimited data so you can watch and share everything you love for less. All on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Switch now and get 4 lines for $100 period.
Zappos are ballast to wow. 365-day returns.
Well, two of the unbeaten teams in the USL play to a 1-1 draw. Las Vegas Lights FC and Sacramento Republic FC. Drew Felios with Devin Kerr. It was an exhausting night of football, one where Lights FC got on track in the second minute as Huiki, the guy who has probably been the MVP thus far, gave his team an offensive spark.
Well, you can see this is something that they've definitely put reps in week in and week out on the practice ground. And again, just watch him. He starts on the near post and just on cue makes a slow bending run. Great ball served in by Carlos Alvarez. Nice little flick on, and Huiki's able to get a tiny little touch on it. Josh Cohen sprinting over. Question the marking by Sac Republic, but a great job by Las Vegas Lights. Excellent execution, and they get out 1-0 in the opening minutes.
And that was the only goal that Lights FC would see all night long. After that, Sacramento Republic sort of controlled possession, trying to sneak one through there. Ricardo Ferrigno doing his best job. The end of the second half and the beginning of the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, Ferrigno was on his game.
He kept them in the match for sure, and he made save after save, and you did not have to question any of his capability this evening. You didn't question any of his tactics or his antics that we brought up as well. Didn't have a boatload of those on display, but again, Sac Republic would not shy away from a challenge, and they kept pushing and kept pushing. Almost thought they were going to get available here through Kevin, who makes a great move in behind and just lines one up, and what a last-ditch effort by Las Vegas. Do a good job getting over there, and you see Garduño going to ground, able to stop Kevin from getting a shot off. Moffitt also had a crack off the crossbar as well, and they kept pushing. Nice ball in by Villian, and a nice flick to the back post, and this is exactly where they were going to break the deadlock. Republic down 1-0. Christian made a great run in. Izelli flicks it far, and you can see the frustration by Ricardo Ferrigno, but that's not his fault. It's just some frustrating marking by the boys in the back in Las Vegas Lights.
So we're all tied at 1 apiece. And in a frantic final 30, both teams trying to find that one moment. And Sacramento, a lot more often than Las Vegas Lights FC, they continue to control the pace. And you just got the feel that in the latter moments of the match, Devin, Lights FC were trying to hang on, and they successfully did just that.
Hanging on for dear life for sure, and you saw chance after chance and opportunity after opportunity coming the way of Sacramento Republic. This is a good strike by Villarreal going near post. Again, not a lot of power behind it, but the step over causes a little confusion for Ricardo Ferrigno. You see him shift on the back line. Villarreal has a nice little bending shot to the near post, but Ferrigno is able to handle it.
Tremendous respect between the two teams. I guarantee you this is going to be a great rivalry for years to come. Hopefully Sacramento Republic FC, they stay in the USL, that is. Look at the final numbers here. Shots on target, the edge to Sacramento Republic FC, and that possession, it was nearly identical, Devin, from the first and the second half.
You and I were taking a look at that with about 10 minutes to go, and something we talked about at break, they had 8 shots and 2 shots on target. So in the second half, amassing 7 more shots, but not putting anything on frame, and you saw the play start to falter off and wasn't really up to par as it was in the first half. But again, nonetheless, game's over, full 90 minutes, and they're able to get another point.
So that is the story from Cashman Field tonight. And Joel Huiki and his teammates giving fans the shirts off their backs. Another great gesture and a reason why that this Lights FC team is continuing to win the fans over here in Sin City. As players sign autographs, give the shirts off their backs. A way of saying thank you to the fans. Final score 1-1, a draw. The Soccer Rocker liking it here in Las Vegas, and hope you enjoyed this match as well. For Devin Kerr and our fabulous crew, I'm Drew Felios saying so long. A 1-1 tie, Sacramento Republic FC and Las Vegas Lights FC. Have a terrific rest of the weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.